if I told you that your body has a real biological off switch for anxiety? But most people never find it because it's buried deep inside the core of the body, not in your thoughts, not in positive thinking, not in motivation, in your muscles. And for many people over 60, that hidden tension has been sitting there silently for decades, shaping posture, sleep, breathing, digestion, energy, and even emotional stability without them realizing it. Because anxiety is not only psychological, very often it's physical survival energy that never finished its cycle. For years we were taught that stress and trauma exist mainly in the mind, something to analyze, discuss, medicate. But modern somatic research is changing that understanding completely. Therapists, neurologists, and body-based practitioners are now exploring a powerful idea. What if the body stores unresolved stress physically? What if your nervous system can remain trapped in danger mode long after the actual danger disappears? And what if one deep muscle inside your body has been carrying that burden for years? That muscle is called the psoas. Ancient traditions called it the muscle of the soul. Modern anatomy now recognizes it as one of the body's most important survival muscles, directly connected to fear, protection, and the fight or flight response. And once you understand how it works, many strange symptoms suddenly begin to make sense. The tight hips, the shallow breathing, the constant tension in the stomach, the feeling of never fully relaxing, even when nothing is technically wrong. Because here is the truth most people never hear. Your body can stay in survival mode even when your mind believes you are safe. Have you ever noticed how quickly the body reacts to stress? A difficult conversation tightens your stomach instantly. Bad news makes your chest heavy. An argument leaves your lower back aching for hours. That is not imagination. That is biology. And one of the first structures involved in that reaction is the psoas. So let's understand what this muscle actually is. The psoas is a deep core muscle located near the center of the body. It connects your spine to your legs. It begins at the lower vertebrae of the spine, travels through the pelvis, and attaches to the upper thigh bone. Mechanically, it helps you walk, stand, climb stairs, and lift your legs. But neurologically, its role is much deeper. The psoas is closely connected to your diaphragm, the main muscle responsible for breathing. That means breathing and survival are physically linked together inside your body. The moment your brain senses danger, your nervous system reacts automatically, before conscious thought even appears. Your breathing changes, your stomach tightens, your muscles prepare to move, and the psoas contracts. This response is ancient. Response is, thousands of years ago it kept humans alive. If danger appeared in nature, the body needed to react immediately. The psoas activated. The body ran, the energy discharged. Then the nervous system returned to normal. But modern stress is different. Today the danger is often emotional instead of physical. Financial stress, loneliness, family conflict, health anxiety, constant bad news, information overload. Your nervous system reacts exactly the same way. Except now, the body rarely completes the response. You don't run. You don't physically release the energy. You sit still while your nervous system prepares for survival, and eventually the body begins holding that stress permanently. This is how chronic tension develops. The psoas stays partially contracted, breathing becomes shallow, the nervous system stays alert, and over years the body adapts to stress as if it were normal. Here's the dangerous part. After enough time, chronic tension stops feeling abnormal. It simply starts feeling like you. That's why many people say, I've always been tense. I've always had tight hips. I've always struggled to relax. But often the body is not naturally tense. It has simply forgotten how to switch off survival mode. Now let's go deeper, because this next part changes everything. We need to talk about fascia. For decades, fascia was ignored in medicine. Doctors viewed it as simple wrapping material around muscles and organs. Today, scientists understand something extraordinary. Fascia is one of the body's largest sensory organs. It forms a continuous web throughout the entire body. Every muscle, organ, nerve, and bone is connected through this tissue. Healthy fascia is soft, elastic, and hydrated. It allows the body to glide smoothly. But stress changes fascia physically. When muscles remain tense for long periods, the surrounding fascia begins to tighten and thicken. It loses flexibility. It becomes stiff and adhesive, almost like shrink wrap around the body. And many somatic therapists believe this is one reason emotional stress feels physically trapped. Not because emotions are literally stored like files, but because the body develops chronic protective patterns that never fully release. This is why some people feel exhausted even when they mentally know everything is okay. The mind may feel safe, the nervous system does not, and the nervous system always speaks through the body. Now here's where nature teaches us something remarkable. Have you ever seen an animal after escaping danger? A deer escapes a predator, and afterward it shakes. Its legs tremble, its muscles vibrate. Then after a few minutes, the animal calms completely and returns to normal behavior. That shaking is not weakness. It is a nervous system reset, the body releasing survival energy that is no longer needed. Humans have the same mechanism, but most people suppress it automatically. We tense our jaw, hold our breath, stay rigid. We were taught that trembling means weakness or loss of control. So instead of releasing stress, the body stores it. And over years, that stored tension affects everything: sleep quality, digestion, blood pressure, breathing patterns, posture, energy levels, emotional resilience. Now here's the hopeful part. The body can relearn safety. And one of the gentlest ways to begin is through supported positions that allow the nervous system to stop guarding itself. One of the most effective positions is called constructive rest. And despite its simplicity, many people experience profound relaxation from it. Here's how to do it properly. Lie on your back on a comfortable surface. Bend your knees and place your feet flat on the floor, slightly wider than hip width apart. Then allow your knees to gently fall inward until they rest against each other. Do not force anything. Your entire goal is support, not stretching. Another option is placing your lower legs on a chair or couch so your knees and hips form roughly 90-degree angles. This position often helps older adults with lower back tension. Now here's the key most people miss. Stay there long enough. Not 1 minute, not 2, usually at least 10 to 15 minutes. Because your nervous system needs time to trust the position. At first, your body may still feel guarded, but slowly, things begin changing. Breathing deepens naturally. The jaw softens, the belly relaxes, then subtle sensations may appear. Warmth, tingling, tiny vibrations in the hips or thighs, and sometimes shaking. Gentle tremors may move through the pelvis, legs, or abdomen. If this happens naturally, don't panic. Many somatic practitioners believe this may be neurogenic tremoring, the nervous system releasing stored activation. It can feel strange at first because modern people are disconnected from natural release responses. But many people report feeling calmer, lighter, and emotionally clearer afterward. Some even sleep deeply for the first time in years. Now let me give you an important rule. Never force shaking. The body must feel safe enough for tremors to emerge naturally. Trying to make something happen usually creates more tension. This practice is about permission, not performance. And if the sensations ever feel overwhelming, simply straighten your legs and stop. You are always in control. Now let's add another powerful layer to this practice: breathing. Because breathing directly affects the vagus nerve, one of the most important calming systems in the body. While resting in the position, try this simple pattern. Breathe in slowly through the nose for 4 seconds. Then exhale gently for 6 seconds. Longer exhales signal safety to the nervous system. This alone can reduce stress signals dramatically. Now imagine combining supported posture, gentle breathing, time, stillness, time. This creates the exact conditions many nervous systems have been missing for decades. Safety. And healing begins in safety, not in force, not in punishment, not in pushing through. This is especially important after 65. Because older nervous systems often become overloaded after years of stress, responsibility, grief, overstimulation, and tension. The body adapts to constant alertness, then eventually forgets how to fully rest. That's why so many older adults say, "I'm tired all the time, even when I do nothing." Sometimes the body is exhausted not from activity, but from constant internal guarding. Now let's talk about daily signs that your psoas and nervous system may be overloaded. Do you frequently hold tension in your stomach? Breathe shallowly without noticing? Feel hip tightness after emotional stress? Wake up feeling braced or tense. Clench your jaw. Feel restless when trying to relax. Struggle to sit still quietly. These are not random problems. Very often they are signs that the nervous system is struggling to leave survival mode. Now here's something beautiful. The body wants to heal. It is constantly trying to return to balance. But healing requires the right conditions. And sometimes those conditions are surprisingly simple. Stillness, support, breath, safety, time. That's why these gentle practices can become so powerful. Not because they fix you instantly, but because they remind the nervous system that the emergency may finally be over. And when the body truly believes that, everything begins changing. Sleep deepens, digestion improves, breathing softens, thoughts become calmer, the body feels lighter, not overnight, but gradually, naturally, the way healing was always meant to happen. So tonight, instead of collapsing into bed carrying another day of tension, try something different. Lie down intentionally. Support your body, slow your breathing, and for 10 quiet minutes, then stop trying to hold yourself together. Because beneath all the tension, beneath all the years of stress, beneath the tightness your body learned for survival, there may still be a nervous system waiting for permission to let go.